everyone, welcome to Success Show 100%. You're watching Natural Vegetation of India Part 2. The natural vegetation of India has been divided into 5 categories. 5 types of forest are there. First, tropical evergreen forest, deciduous forest, desert forest, mountain forest and mangrove forest. The first 3 categories depend on rainfall. Tropical evergreen forest are found in areas which are receiving heavy rainfall. If you have watched my earlier video, that is Natural Vegetation of India Part 1, I have explained all these 3 categories and the reason behind it. The second is tropical deciduous forest. These are present in areas which are receiving moderate rainfall, that is central India. Third is desert forest. These are present in areas which receive less rainfall, that is below 50 centimeter. Next 2 categories, that is mountain forest and mangrove forest, they depend on relief. The next 2 types of vegetation are mountain forest and mangrove forest, or also known as tidal forest. Now these 2 types of forest depend on relief of the land, that is relief means elevation of land, the height of the land, how high or how low is the land. So this type of forest are seen in such regions. So you can see that the mountain type of forest are seen in areas where the land is higher, or we can say where it is found in regions of greater altitudes, means at greater height, and the height is between 1000 to 3500 meters. Now this can be seen in Jammu and Kashmir. In Leh very few vegetation are present because of the snowfall, and in northeastern parts of India. First, another characteristic is in lower altitudes trees are tall. Here you can see in the Himalayan area, in the lower altitudes, in this lower region of Himalaya and in the foothills of Himalaya, the height of the trees are high and they are conical in shape. Due to the snowfall, they have a pointed shape, and because of low temperature, the temperature may range to 10 degree or 25 degree, or we can say near about 20 degrees centigrade. So these type of trees are found, and the trees are deodar, spruce, silver, juniper, pine and oak. So these types of trees are found in lower altitudes, especially in the lower regions of Himalayas and in the northeastern hills region. There we can see Sikkim is there and northern parts of Arunachal Pradesh. These trees are also found on higher altitudes, but there is one difference in the trees which are found in lower altitudes and higher altitudes. In higher altitudes, the temperature is very low. Sometimes it goes to -5 degree or -10 degree. Because of snow cover on the ground, the vegetation doesn't grow. And they have special type of trees they are found as conifers, and they have stunted growth. Means they are not tall trees, they are short trees. Short coniferous trees are found, and most of the land is grassland. So they turn into grazing grounds for the animals, especially the people who live in the hilly areas. For them, it is rearing of cattle becomes easy because it turns into grassland. At the same time, in areas where snowfall takes place, lichen and mosses are also found in such regions. Then we come to the last category, mangrove forest, which are also known as tidal forest. This is found in the delta region, the delta of Ganga, Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. We can see here this is the delta region of Ganga and Brahmaputra. Here this is the delta region of Mahanadi river. This is Godavari and Krishna delta region and Kaveri delta region. So this is the tidal forest region which are found in the coastal areas, and especially in the eastern coast of India. Such forests have wide range of flora and fauna due to heavy rainfall. At the same time, these regions are submerged in water, so they get enough water. And because of enough water, they have lot of flowering plants. At the same time, they have wide species of insects, birds and animals. So, wide range of flora and fauna. The plants and trees have thick roots submerged in water, and this supports the plant during the high tides, when at this time the plants may get disturbed or they may get teared and worn away due to high tides. These high tides also contain lot of saline salt content in them. As such, they are not able to disturb any kind of plants, means some species of trees can grow very well even in saline content water, especially Sundari tree. Sundari is the most important species of tree which is found in the mangrove forest. And because of large abundance of Sundari trees, these regions are called, or the mangrove forest in the Ganga-Brahmaputra Delta region, they are called as Sundarbans. And Sundarbans are the world's largest growing delta. So Sundari tree is most important species, then Gorgon, Hintal, Kora, Agar and Rhizophora. So these are the 5 types of forest we have seen in natural vegetation of India. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it to watch the next videos. Thank you for watching. Let's recapitulate the 5 types of natural vegetation found in India. Have a close look at the map of India representing different types of vegetation. First, the tropical evergreen forests are found in northeast hills in the states of Meghalaya, Assam, east of Arunachal Pradesh. They are also spread over large areas in the South India, that is, in Western Ghats. In Western Ghats, they are found on the western slopes because they receive heavy rainfall. So they are also called as rainforest. Next is tropical deciduous forest, which are found in central India. Do watch my video on natural vegetation part 1 to have a better understanding of 2 kinds of deciduous forest. Then we see desert forest in northwestern part of India, that is in Rajasthan, Gujarat and also in small patches in Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka and few parts of Telangana. Then we see in the northern parts mountain forests. It is found on the Himalayas and in Arunachal Pradesh and also in South India over the Nilgiri Hills, Anamalai Hills and Palni Hills. In South India, the mountain forests are known as sholas. There are some minute differences between the mountain forest present in North India and in southern parts of India. In North India, the mountain forest receive low rainfall, but in South India, they receive heavy rainfall. In North India, the mountain forests are found at greater altitudes and the trees are of greater height. In South India, the altitude of the mountain forest are a bit lower and the trees are also a little short. Another difference is that in mountain forest, the temperature is low. But in South India, the mountain forest have a little high temperature. That is, they have an annual range of 20 degrees centigrade. Next, we move on to the last category of forest, tidal forest. They grow in the deltaic regions where the land is swampy and marshy. You can see the deltas marked in blue circle. They are found in the eastern coast of India. First, the topmost part you can see in the eastern side above Bay of Bengal. It's the Ganga-Brahmaputra Delta region, which is the largest growing delta, and because of the presence of abundance of Sundari tree, they are called as Sundarbans Delta region. Below Ganga-Brahmaputra Delta is Mahanadi Delta, and below it is Krishna and Godavari Delta. The last small blue color patch you can see in the eastern coast is the Kaveri Delta region. So all these delta have tidal forest and they are present in the eastern coast of India. And now we come to the last part of the lesson, that is importance of forest and conservation of forest. So first let us see importance of forest. Forests are renewable resources which are essential for the survival of all forms of life, that is either it's plant life or human life, or it can be animal life also. It purifies air for breathing and maintains balance in the atmosphere. We all know that when there is a lot of carbon dioxide, the trees give us oxygen and it maintains the balance. It provides valuable materials such as timber, bamboo, wood for paper, gum, honey, spices. Spices include a number of materials, that is cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, black pepper. And medicines, they also include basil and neem and many more. So these important medicines and spices are valuable materials which are obtained from the forest. Forests prevent soil erosion by holding the soil particles. The roots of the trees and plant, they hold the soil particle and thus they stop the removal of the topsoil when there is rain or wind takes place. So whenever the wind blows, the soil is being held by the by the trees, so it stops the erosion or removal of the top layer of the soil. Home of birds, animals and tribal people. We know that forest, there are many kinds of tribes which dwell in the forest region, especially the Chota Nagpur region and in northeastern hills. In northeastern India, the Garo, Khasi and Jaintia, they are the tribal people who live in the forest. Forest also regulates climate and maintains water cycle. We all know that evaporation takes place from the rivers and oceans, and again it becomes cloud and it gives precipitation in the form of rainfall. So that's the water cycle which is maintained by forest. Last part is forest conservation. Forests are very important for all forms of life, we all know. So there should be the first point, how to conserve the forest. The first point is afforestation, means planting saplings. Now planting saplings in large quantity in open areas and in areas where the rainfall is sufficient. So planting of trees, saplings in large amount, that leads to afforestation. So in this way we can conserve forest. Next is development of green belt in urban areas. In urban areas, parks and gardens should be developed and trees should be planted along the roads and railways also. Then ban on shifting cultivation. We all know that in the northeastern area of India, slash and burn cultivation takes place, where people generally burn the forest, but before that they cut the forest, they slash it and break the stems and leave it for some time, and when the leaves and stems get dried, they burn it. So that is slash and burn cultivation, which is very prevalent in northeastern parts of India. So that should be banned. Fourth is participation on Van Mahotsav, which takes place in the month of July and August. This Van Mahotsav is also being celebrated in most of the schools nowadays, and maybe the chief minister provides small saplings of important trees, and they are given to many children of all the schools so that afforestation can be done. Fifth is fire lines should be created to stop the spread of fire. Now we all know that fire line is a patch of line which is cleared, the patch of forest which is being cleared or around the forest to stop the spread of fire. Fifth point we have done. Sixth is silviculture. Now what is the silviculture? Silviculture is timber farming. Timber is important. It has great economical importance because it is required for the construction of buildings or railway sleepers and many other purposes. So In timber farming, special type of tree is grown in large area in one time, and they are cut at the same time because they mature at the same time. So this will stop the indiscriminate cutting of particular species of tree. Sometimes a valuable species of tree, it has been seen that it gets extinct in some regions. So to stop that indiscriminate cutting of trees, this kind of timber farming, which is also called as silviculture, is practiced. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe it, and thank you for watching.